much to say. Justice for our children is not what it seems.
An arresting sight and possibly an arrestable offence when he gets down. A life-sized effigy hanging from the Tyne Bridge is how campaign group Real Fathers for Justice have marked Father's Day. The protester up there, Simon Anderton, has staged similar stunts in the past on the roofs of Westminster Abbey and the Newcastle Arena. Fellow Fathers' Rights campaigner Andy Tyndale thinks they have to get more extreme to get their message across.
It is extreme, it's fairly gruesome, but it's a reality to a lot of men. The suicide rates of fathers shoot through the roof Christmas time and Father's Day. It is a peaceful protest. If it divides opinion, it divides opinion.
Well, it's an extreme stunt, but it certainly has achieved one of the group's aims, and that's to get people talking. But has it made the public more or less sympathetic to their cause?
A defiant wave to the cameras and no sign of coming down. Simon Anderton spent his second day high on top of the Tyne Bridge, insisting that this the only way he can make a difference. A court order says the 44-year-old should have access to his children, something he claims is being denied him. Below, a life-sized effigy hangs from the bridge, symbolising the growing number of desperate fathers who commit suicide because they can't see their children.
It is a very shocking image, but it's nowhere near how shocking the reality of it is. I mean, you know, we've got fathers committing suicide, we've got children committing suicide, we've got mothers committing suicide. There's 2 times per year when the suicide rate actually blips. Once is at Christmas and the other time is at Father's Time.
But as the hours he spends on the bridge grow, so do fears for his safety. He's already suffered a serious heart attack and has kidney and liver problems. Now, with no water, it's feared his health could take a turn for the worse.
Simon spoke to a doctor 6 years ago and he was told that he had about 7 years to live. Simon's attitude is, if he can't do this to see his daughters, then what sort of father is he?
Real Fathers for Justice says the aim of stunts like this is to educate the public about their plight. So what did those watching events unfold make of it all?
I think he was a bit bonkers at first, but no. You know, you hear the way they've gone on with fathers, where mothers have got more rights and things like that. I honestly think that he is now starting to really prove a point.
I don't sympathise at all. The thing is, there's easier ways to go about it than stand up there, isn't it?
Single fathers have, I think they've very little rights in comparison, and I mean, whatever he's willing to do to highlight the issue, I mean, it can't be bad.
It's not the first time Simon Anderton has protested like this. He's previously scaled Westminster Abbey and Newcastle Arena. All he wants is to see his children, but many will question whether protesting in this way is the right way to go about it.
To reiterate, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do. Obviously, we've got to protect the public and keep the flow of traffic on the Tyne Bridge, so officers will have to be involved in it. But yes, the officers could be better deployed elsewhere, and again, we would like them to come down as soon as possible.
And has he got enough supplies up there, like food and water and things?
Well, again, his family and friends have suggested that he's taken sufficient food to last them several days. But he's not said to us that he's got sufficient food for several days, but they have suggested he has, yes.
Day 3 of his protest, and Simon Anderton is still attracting attention. As he climbed along the girders of the Tyne Bridge, it seemed he may have been abandoning his demonstration. But after talking to a police officer, he was soon back at the top of the bridge. On the quayside, his daughter Donna was desperate for him to come down.
I do support him, I support him 100%. He's done different protests in the past and I've supported every single one, but this time I think the venue is a bit risky. He's not human. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's indestructible. He will stay up there as long as he possibly can, and he's tough.
It's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and that means Simon Anderton has been up there on the Tyne Bridge for more than 60 hours. It's a cool day and he has few warm clothes up there. He's also run out of medicine, food and water. But the protest is attracting attention, pushing the issue of fathers' rights back into the spotlight. Lawyers say in general, when it comes to access arrangements, fathers are getting a fairer deal than they used to from the courts. The health and happiness of the children is the prime consideration. Mostly mothers become the main carer. Contact with fathers comes at weekends, holidays or perhaps midweek. Lawyers say the courts are getting tougher with mothers who are simply out to punish their former partners. And in a growing number of cases, fathers are becoming the main carer.
As a result of protest groups such as Real Fathers for Justice and Fathers for Justice prior to that, there have been considerable changes in the law over the course of the last few years, which it could be said have improved the lot, as it were, of fathers seeking contact to their children.
Simon Anderton's fellow campaigners say it's time he ended his protest. They say he's made his point and his safety is now the main priority. Helen Ford, ITV Tyne Tees, Newcastle.
Hey, I met a man today, climbed his mountain just to say, justice for our children is not what it seems, and boy, he can tell you why. Wears his purple armor with pride, his fatherhood is savaged by lies. Wish I had his spine, 'cause it's made from the steel, from the bridge over the Tyne Bridge over the Tyne. Tell me what's the time? Banished from his kids by his trouble and strife, all he asks is to be dad in their life. How can official and not see what the kids want? Pink Floyd said, we need no education. Simon says we're making history, just like suffragette. Jarrah March Mandela's free. It's time to stand up and be counted and fight for what is real. Fight for what is real. Fight for what is real. Tell me, how long must I fight this for? Till I'm beaten, bloodied and dying on the floor. Sick and tired of being all of a twist and asking, but not getting any more. Not getting any more. Tell me what's the time? Time. Tell me what's the time? Is it time to get out? Is it time to get out? Now I'm standing at my prison wall, being in front of a judge without any balls. And thank you, sir, for being so kind and so understanding. Tell you, Harriet, what do I do now? I do ask you, but you don't give a damn. I'm going to climb on your roof and remind you that fathers are so real. We are very real, oh so real. Tell me, how long must I fight this for? Till there's some sort of change in family law. So don't think I will stop and disappear. You will always know that I'm here, oh that I'm here. Tell me what's the time? Time. What is the time? Is it time to get out? 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 Is it time to get out?